Good afternoon and welcome to the reunion special of WOHK. I'm Jeff Irwin.
And I'm JJ Rayburn.
And it's good to be back.
Yes, it is. What Jeff means by the reunion special of WOHK is we were the original staff of what is now WWMK. We had a WOHK, the first year a new show was broadcasted, and now we're back for the show this week. So, Jeff, got any news for us?
Well, I think so. Did you know that the study skills classes will be rotating November 14th? Well, that's Monday.
No, I didn't. So anybody in study skills classes should remember to go to your proper class so you won't be sitting there in a class full of kids you don't know. Anything else?
Yeah, there's an after school special on integrity on November 15th from 3:30 to 4:40. You can sign up in the Youth Service Center.
Cool. And anything else?
Oh yeah, there's a cheerleading clinic Saturday at the West Carter High School gym from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's $15 per person, ages preschool and up. Pre-registration will be at the high school gym in the lobby.
Okay, cool. Hey, I know one. The in-school scouts are sponsoring the West Dog dance from 6 to 9 p.m. tonight. It's $2 per person, $3 per couple, 6th through 8th grades and elementary school only, please.
What's Weststock mean?
It's Woodstock 3 at West.
Something to remind you, JJ. You ain't going. Excuse me. JJ, you know you can't go to the Youth Service Center without a letter from Sarah?
Oh, thanks. So if anyone is in the hall like this kid and gets in trouble, you have been warned.
Christy, where's your note?
That's pretty good advice.
Yeah, there's something else, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, keep those Popcat tabs coming, because we almost got that jug full.
Yes. Okay, I think we better quit yapping and get on with the show. What's up next?
I believe we have sports with Patrick Flannery.
Well, let's roll the tape.
Good day, reporting for WWMK Sports, I'm Patrick Flannery. The West Carter Middle School football team finished their season against Round County Middle School on October 27th. After playing in the Westwood Bowl 2 nights before, the Warriors lost both games 21-14. The Westwood Bowl went to overtime, but we came up short when 2 penalties cost us a lot. But I say the inexperienced Warrior team should look for brighter days down the road. On November 4th, West Carter High School played its first playoff game, away at Whitesburg. West Carter stayed in the game until Whitesburg scored in the 4th, much different than what happened a month before at our place. West was inside the 5 twice without a score, fumbling once and going to 4th down on the other one. After that, Whitesburg QB Charlie Wright threw a 66-yard bomb to wide receiver Travis Maggard as the Comets seemed to give up. The final score was 28-6, with Bryson Mullis on a 13-yard run. After a successful year, Comets coach Terry Osborne said the best football is yet to come. With football season ending, basketball season is coming in and going out. The Lady Warriors finished their season at Very Middle School in Ashland on November 7th. The 8th grade team finished with a record of 10-6. Meanwhile, the boys will begin the season Monday, November 14th at Elliott County. Also, Ms. Patton would like to remind all potential cheerleaders they will be
Pretty good review there. What's up next?
Gossip, and more gossip with Steph Mabry and Jessica Johnson.
All right, let's go to them.
This is Gossip with Steph and Jess. We decided just not to cut that and go on with the rest of our gossip. Jessica, did you hear about Mr. Flannery? He said he was really upset that he didn't get best haircut since he gets a lot of them.
Yeah, and Mr. Carter said that he heard that coin collecting made a lot of sense.
Jessica, when I asked Miss Boggs for a comment, she goes, "We are not amused."
Stephanie, that's irrelevant.
Don't make facetious statements, Jessica.
Is it true that Mr. and Mrs. Johnson are really homeless?
Yes, and Jessica and Tex are still together.
Stephanie, did you know that Chris and Lindsay are still going out?
Yes, I sure did.
Oh, and Joey and Patrick said that they're going to be famous on singing Lean on Me.
Okay, to all your gossipers out there in WWMK land.
If you want juicy gossip, then put it in our news boxes.
That includes 7th and 8th grade too.
It's been great being back.
Until the next reunion,
I'm Jessica Johnson.
and I'm Steph Mabry.
And now we're at the home of Grandma and Grandpa Target, our entertainment of the week. Get your feet off the table, Sonny.
Oh, ma'am,
Yes, shoot. Tell you, these old people, they're always like that.
Paul Hargett, wake up. It's time to eat your victuals. Tarnations.
I was just dreaming of a long time ago when we used to tell all the kiddies stories and, all that stuff. I miss that.
I do too. I used to love telling the kids stories and playing them songs on the piano. But what does that have to do with eating your victuals?
I don't know. I just miss those kids. I enjoyed it too.
I'll make you a deal. If you come eat your grits and cornbread, then I'll tell you a story and even play you a song on the piano. How's that sound?
Yep, sounds good. Like a good idea to me.
Who invented Thanksgiving? Was it the Pilgrims or the Indians? Who knows?
Let's find out.
When the Pilgrims made their long, hard journey to our Plymouth Rock,
Now, we're not talking about Rock Crusher Curve, kiddies. No. We're talking about Virginia.
well, let me make this a bit clearer. The Pilgrims were tired and hungry, so they had to borrow some food from their new friends, the Indians. The Indians were very smart. They didn't just give the Pilgrims food, they taught them how to grow their own food by planting a dead fish with their corn.
This reminds me of an old saying. Give someone a fish, you feed them a meal. Teach someone to fish, and you feed them for a lifetime.
Since the Indians were so very generous, the Pilgrims decided to hold a feast with the Indians. They called the feast Thanksgiving. Now you can draw your own conclusion on who invented Thanksgiving, because I'm stuck like a feather on a turkey's back.
Could you imagine if a pilgrim or an Indian from back then could see one of our high-powered rifles today that we use to kill deer? I sure can.
I'm so glad we have microwaves. Can you imagine showing a microwave to one of the Pilgrim women? Well, one thing will never change. We still celebrate Thanksgiving with love.
Did you mention food, more food? Well, I just now did.
Paul Hargett, you just ate.
I always talk about Thanksgiving's making me hungry again.
Well, that's all the time we have anyway. Bye, kitties.
That was a really good story we just saw. As you can see, I can't find my co-anchor. But anyways, we'll just go on with horoscopes with Christy Atkins and Wendy DeBoard. Here we go.
Hi, this is Christy Atkins
And Wendy DeBoard.
here with your horoscopes for this week. Sagittarius, cherish all your happy moments. You're having a lot.
Capricorn, take time to play.
Aquarius, still mad at an old flame or friend? Make peace with your past.
Pisces, it's a confusing week, so take your time and do it right.
Aries, think before you speak, but don't speak all you think. I think.
Taurus, give someone a hug and smile a lot. Big toothy smiles.
Gemini, if you doubt it, don't.
Cancer, you didn't win the lottery, so watch your money on the 25th.
Leo, it's time to ask all those stupid questions on your mind.
Virgo, today's an easy day. Enjoy it. The rest of this week is going to be a major problem.
Libra, live, love, laugh, and be happy.
Scorpio, return all overdue movies, rewind, and ease up on the spending. That's all for this week. Back to you, JJ and Jeff.
JJ and Jeff? I can't find Jeff. I don't know where he went. Well, anyways, let's go on to Witty Weather with Kim Middleton. Here she goes.
Here are the firefighters. Firefighters wash the engine.
Hey, Kim, I hear you used to be a weather woman.
Well, I used to be, but I'm retired now.
Well, could you show me some of your supreme intellect?
Why, of course.
We live right here. Right here. And it here is going to be sunny. It's going to be sunny. Actually, I just kind of made that up. And that's about it. Just kidding. Play with your mind there. In Florida, it's going to be cold and probably cold. And in California, it's going to be hot and snowy. That's it. Did you like that?
Oh, Kim. I'm touched. You know what?
It's okay.
You deserve the Miss Jack Smith Weather Award.
Oh my God, I get it. Thank you. Thank you.
And now we're back.
Jeff, I found you. I've been looking all over the place. It's everywhere.
Come down, JJ. I just got lost from coming back from lunch.
It's a scary place, isn't it?
Really scary.
I tell you. Well, that was a really good witty weather episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but not quite as witty as it was.
No, but it reminded me so much of the old days, 2 years ago. It's been a long time. Anyways, we'll go on with our sponsor of the week here.
This week's sponsor is brought to you by the old WOHK staff and
Paul R. Lewis, MD. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but when you need a helping hand, see Paul R. Lewis, MD, General Practice, Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. The phone number is 286-4441, and be sure to dial 28 before the 6 now. So that's Paul R. Lewis, MD, General Practice.
in addition to sponsoring WWMK, Dr. Lewis sends this message about safety belts.
When you ride in the car, what's the first thing you do? Buckle your seatbelt, that's what you do. It doesn't take long, just a second or two. And your daddy too, buckle theirs too. No excuse will do. When you ride in the car, what's the first thing you do? Buckle your seatbelt, that's what you do. They save many lives and they may save you. Buckle your seatbelt, that's what you do. Tell your mommy and your daddy too, buckle theirs too. No excuse will do. When you ride in the car, what's the first thing you do? Buckle your seatbelt, that's what you do.
Now that about wraps it up.
So soon?
Yeah, well, maybe if we have another reunion show, you may see us again later this year.
Yeah, who knows? Now, we have some actual footage of us and the rest of the cast in 6th grade on WOHK, the original WWMK. So signing off, I'm JJ Rayburn.
And I'm Jeff Irwin.
So let's roll the tape.
This is WOHK, keeping you up to date on happenings with Comic Kids. Reporting from our Language World studios here in Oakville, Kentucky. I'm Jeff Irwin.
And I'm JJ Rayburn. The news this week was that we had no school Monday because there was no water. And we are still drinking out of an orange container by the office. So all you people out there at home who are not boiling your water, you better do it because when deep water breaks, there's stuff that can get in there and in the water, and it's very bad for you. So you should boil your water before you drink it for a little while.
It's very bad if you don't boil your water, so please, kids, tell your parents, please. All right, this week's focus is on the groundbreaking of the new Olive Hill Elementary. So let's go to the videotape.
Where you are looking now is the new Olive Hill Elementary. As you see that it's going to have a opening in the middle. It's going to be kind of like a square. It is a 1-floor building. As you see, there's how it's going to look when we are finished with it. Alright, now, and that's our scale model. Alright, now, we're almost ready to hear Mr. Poland's speech. So, right now he's introducing Mr. Poland, and let's go to Mr. Poland's speech right now.
At this time, I want to present to you Junior Poling, the principal of Olive Hill Elementary, who will address you for a few words.
I'm going to rely heavily on my notes because it is cold, and I know you all don't want to listen to me for 30 minutes, and sometimes I have a tendency to run on. This is a great day. It's a day that I'm beginning to wonder sometimes if it was ever going to happen. And we're truly breaking ground this morning to move into the 21st century. 65 years ago, on a day something like this, the people of Olive Hill gathered to break ground for a new school. 65 is a traditional age for retirement. I'm glad we're beginning the retirement process for the school they started on that morning. When the old building on the hill was built, the people at Olive Hill, no doubt, built a building that they could be proud of. It's a building that has stood for 64 years, like a beacon overlooking the town. The old building on the hill has turned out doctors and lawyers and engineers and teachers and carpenters and mechanics and homemakers. It's held many nostalgic memories for friends and teachers. Those memories will last long after the people are gone. It still holds the marks of the past students on wooden locker doors and bleacher seats. If you listen closely of an evening, you can almost hear the crowds cheer for the comets of generations ago. You can almost hear Hayden Parker as he tells the kids to stay in line. You can almost hear Jack Fultz in the locker room at halftime. You can almost see the boys that were always in trouble. But we can't live on memories or nostalgia. The old building is moving toward a time when only major repairs will save it. Its 3 stories of oil floors hold an ever-present danger of fire. Its stairs forbid the handicapped. With students housed in 4 different buildings, if it's going to rain, it will rain at lunchtime when the kids have to go outside to go to lunch. The people of Olive Hill are special. During the past few years, I've come to think like the people of Olive Hill, hurt like the people of Olive Hill, and dream like the people of Olive Hill. I dream of a school on 1 floor. I dream of restrooms that are bright and easy to keep clean. I dream of everything under 1 roof. I dream of having my school family together in 1 spot instead of having 2 schools on 1 location. That dream is coming true today. How great it will be to have a school where we can mow the grass with a riding lawnmower. How great it will be to have a school where we can walk in instead of up 103 steps. How great it'll be to be in a first-class building again, like they were in 1928 when the doors first opened. I've seen the plans of this school from the very beginning, and I know that this will be as fine a school as there is, not only in Carter County, but as good as anyone's in Lexington or Ashland or Paducah. This building will be a great asset to our students. It'll also be a building that the people of Olive Hill can be proud of. One of the first things I heard Dr. Juleson say when he came to Carter County was that we had to create an atmosphere in school that would lift the students instead of providing for them the same standards that many of them had at home. This school will certainly do that. Our students will be able to have facilities that they can be proud of. The new school will help create a better place for students to learn. And after all, that's the purpose of any new school building. I'll go next to Dr. Ross Juleson, Superintendent of Carter County Schools, and we'll make some comments.
Thank you, Junior. It is the culmination of a dream for many of us. A groundbreaking, in many ways, represents a huge sigh of relief on the part of the people who own what is about to be built. Those people are the people of Carter County and the people of the state of Kentucky to a large degree. A big part of our work is done now. You know that we've been working on this dream for 2 years, better than 2 years. We've had problems finding the site, acquiring certain right-of-ways, getting things pushed through the State Department of Education. But we have done all that, and we've got the funding package together, and now our job, for the most part, is done. We have an architect, a firm that we think has designed a building that will stand for 50 years as a testament to the commitment of people in Carter County to quality educational experiences for children. That commitment is growing. I see evidence every day of an expectation of the people here that we can be as good as anybody else. It isn't something I think that we've always had, and it's something that we have to nurture and make sure that we maintain. We expect children in Carter County to have experiences that are equal to anyone, anywhere. And I think we're approaching that. We should recognize the people who have made that possible and have pushed to make this dream come true. Some of them are standing here. Your Board of Education has been like a bulldog when it has come to this dream. They wouldn't let it go. They've had many opportunities to let it go. There have been many obstacles that they've had to overcome. But they've stuck with it. And as you can see by the model that our architect has prepared, this will be as fine a structure as you'll see. We have a construction manager that we know that we can trust. We've gotten unstinting efforts out of Roger McGlone and David Tabor as far as overseeing the details of all the things that have to go together to bring this to fruition. I want to thank you for the opportunity. Darlene and I think, would both like to thank you for the opportunity to be part of this dream. We're very, very proud to be here. And as the next year passes, we'll see the dream grow every day as the bricks and mortar begin to pile up on this site. But remember that the real dream is inside the building. What happens inside the building. This is the foundation, and we'll continue to work to make the experiences what they should be. Now, we're here to break ground, and I guess that's what we're going to do, Roger. Do you have any direction for us at this point?
Well, we need the cameras, to get the cameras ready, and then everybody can get their shovel full of dirt, and I guess you hold it up, and we take the picture. You want to do that? Why don't we get the shovel full of dirt and just kind of get around the lobby? That's all I can live. I had a hard day. I was looking like kind of put them bottom of the center and around.
You see who carries the load, don't you?
Oh, I'm more than you can have.
Didn't you get a shovel?
Tim, come on. Get over here.
Where's Jim? I get Sam in here.
I know you will. Might as well break it in.
Jim, have you got your camera? Didn't bring it. Yeah. Is that it?
Ready?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with Mr. Ross Jolson, our superintendent.
I'm saving my
About what time do you think that this structure for school will be done?
Well, we originally hoped that the school would be completed in August of next year. However, we've had some difficulties in the site acquisition and that sort of thing, and we're hoping now that we'll be able to open the school for you kids in a little later than this time, a year from now. We're hoping shortly after Christmas that we'll be moving into the new school.
Yeah, I see that in your model that you plan to have a lot of new things that we didn't have at Olive Hill.
Well, Olive Hill, as Mr. Foley mentioned, was built 65 years ago, and education has changed a lot in that time. I think Olive Hill was really an excellent facility at the time that it was built, and it still holds a lot of really special memories for the people of the community. This building will reflect more, we hope, education in the 21st century. And you know, when you look at the model, you can only see the outside. You don't see the really beautiful and high-tech library that will be in the building. You don't see the computer labs. You don't see the special study areas and the facilities that are in the rooms to make educational experiences better. It will be a 21st century building.
What do you think that's going to happen to Olive Hill?
Well, there are several things that could be done. No doubt, certain portions of the building will have to be torn down because they represent a danger to people. But there are portions of the, or sections of the building that I think are still serviceable and will be used for other functions of the school district.
Okay, well, we've been here interviewing Ross Jolson. This is Jeff Irwin reporting for WOHK News. Hello, Doc. What do you think that this school is going to be like when it's built?
Well, it'll probably be a show place from what it looks like on paper. And I think the kids will just enjoy going to school here so bad there'll be very few people miss. It's going to be very nice. One of the best schools in Kentucky.
According to the scale model there, I see that you're going to have a new baseball field.
That will be a little league field and a girls softball field. Yeah, that's what that's designed for.
About how big will that school be when it's completed?
It will house 600 students.
I'll survive now.
Pretty good size.
Okay, this is Jeff Irwin reporting for WOHK News.
Oh.
Interview.
Now here's Scott.
This is Guy Underwood right
Come
here.
on over, Guy.
This is the gentleman that sits on the school board. I just work at the bank.
Okay, well, you can stay here too.
Well, bless your heart.
Okay, we're here with Guy Underwood. What do you think is going to happen to this school when it's built?
What do you mean?
Well, how many students will it hold, and what's going to be happening along in the school?
We're hoping it's going to hold about 700. Probably going to hold a couple of elementary schools like Gron and Lawton and Olive Hill.
You think that this school will be a little bit better than the other schools that's been around?
Well, I'm sure it is. It's probably going to be one of the best schools in the state of Kentucky. It's a nice school, and it's been my dream for years to get something built like this.
Yeah, do you think that it will be a nice school, a pretty nice school to work in?
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic school. We got good teachers, good principal, and it's going to be nice for a student.
Okay, what is your job on the school board?
Right now, I'm just a board member. That's about it.
Okay, this is Jeff Irwin reporting for WOHK News. We will keep you up to date on the progress of the new school. We'll do it about once each month so we can bring back the footage and show it to you.
Now we'll have witty weather with our host is Kim Middleton and her wacky weather that she always does. We don't really need it because, well, we can tell what the weather is by sticking our hand out the window, but you always get cheered up in the morning with it.
Been working on the new school all day long. I've been working on the new school. Okay, now here, I'll tell you the weather. All right, there's going to be a tornado. Get that dough in there. And see, the tornado's acting like Santa Claus because this is the eye of the storm and he knows if we've been bad or good. You know, so you better be good for goodness sakes or it'll eat you. Okay, up here in Greenwood, it's gonna snow, you know, it's gonna be 132. That's a record, you know. And down here in it's gonna be 32 and it's gonna rain and I mean it's just gonna rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. And over here in Somalia, there's a big old U.S. tank, you see, because there's this plane out over there. It's called Restore Hope. Restore Hope. Restore. Yeah. We have some special guests with us this week. Yep, we got over here, here. We got Captain Kirk from the USS Enterprise. Yeah, we got all them people. Yeah, we got General Chang here, and we got the Enterprise here too. See, take a look at that baby. Here we got a Klingon ship. Yeah, it's something like that. And this is Sir Burlap. He's a Klingon guy. And then we go down here. This is Uhura. Yeah, she came here today. She decided she needs some extra money. Yeah. And that's about it. Mr. Spock couldn't be here today. He had to wash his ears. Until next time. Woo! What is that? Some blue thing. Ow! It scratched me! Ow! Bye. I've been working on the new school.
Man on sports, Patrick Flannery.
Last Thursday, Allfield 1 beat Pritchardburg 36-29. Allfield 2 beat Lott 51-37, and the girls beat Pritchardburg 44-9. On Monday, Allfield 1 beat Carter in double overtime 54-53. And yesterday, Allfield 1 played Hitchens 1, and the girls played Hitchens. County tournament is coming up. Hey, Squeaky, who thinks we win a county championship, Allfield 1 or Allfield 2? Oh, him. Well, it has to be Allfield 1 or Allfield 2 because they're the same bracket and can be in the finals together. Which one's going to win that game? Allfield. Well, one of the Allfield teams is going to win. This is Patrick Flannery for WOHK Sports.
And now signing off from everybody and JJ and I, which she had to be unfortunately sent off the set. Well, tune in next time for our next show.
Plenty of sunshine.